worker pun tak cukup. You tengoklah bila lagi.
Very often, construction project management face problems like delays due to insufficient of manpower or even machineries. Majority of time, this is due to the lack of factual data that assists management in making decisions to arrange the work program, material scheduling, and manpower scheduling accordingly. Here we introduce to you work study.
Work study comprises of method study and work measurement. First, method study. Method study refers to the methods or flows of how a work should be done. By having a standardized method, a more economical way of doing the job, and suitable layout of the facilities within the site can be provided. Next, work measurement. Work measurement determines the time it takes for a qualified work to carry out a specific job and eliminate ineffective elements of works. According to a research conducted in 2014, among all the work measurement techniques that used in Malaysia, estimating technique has the highest rate of employment, which is 95%, followed by time study with a utilization rate of 33%. Next is work sampling, where only being utilized by 10% of the construction industry players in Malaysia, and the lowest goes to synthesis, which is only 5%.
In fact, work sampling method is a simpler work study technique that many parties might underlook. In this case study,
We actually use this work sampling technique in order to understand how time is being utilized in the work operation. So, we conducted a case study in this project named as the Project Pembinaan Lapangan Sasar in Mukim Johor, which is prepared for the coming Sukma XX. So, let's look about it. The project selected by our team for this case study was cadangan membina sebuah bangunan lapang sasar satu tingkat berserta kemudahan-kemudahan yang berkaitan di Mukim Tebrau, Johor Bahru. This project is part of KPRJ Build Sendirian Berhad project of the provision of sports equipment, and it is one of the 3 venues constructed in progress for the coming 20th Sukan Malaysia in year 2020. The work started on 15 February 2019 and expected to complete on 28th of February 2020, which will take approximately 12.5 months. As per updated to 30th November 2019, the work of progress physically reached 55.23%, which is 5.17% lag behind the scheduled progress of 60.4%. There are actually a few work sampling techniques available, namely Personal Digital Assistance PDAs, 5-minute ratings, work diaries, field ratings, and productivity ratings. The one that we employed here is 5-minute ratings, as it makes reasonably quick assessments of productivity level of a worker performing a specific task. There are 10 steps in performing a work sampling analysis. First step, determine the purpose of study. Our purpose of study is to determine the ratio of working and ideal times, besides concerning on performance sampling study by computing the percentage in time spent by a worker or group workers on a given work element. Labor utilization factor contributed by the workers is also our concern. Second step, identify the elements of study. Our element of study in this video is on the current works ongoing on the site of building a lapang sasar satu tingkat di Mukim Tebrau, Johor Bahru, prepared for the coming 20th Sukan Malaysia Sukma XX in year 2020. This includes the installation of metal deck for roofing, plastering of external and internal walls, bricklayer works, drainage system plastering, and concrete works. Step 3. Establish a time period. The time period is established through the information from the interview with one of the general worker on site.
Okay, Assalamualaikum Cik. Nama siapa Cik nama?
Nama Sukarti Sakrep.
Sukarti Sakrip. Okay,
Ya.
Cik Sukarti Sakrip, saya nak tanya.
Ya.
Hari ni Cik Sukarti Sakrip buat apa dekat sini?
Ya, ini hari repair itu longkang terus jalan, lepas bersih longkang baru repair itu.
Oh, maknanya bersihkan longkang, betul repair
Ya,
longkang sikit lah.
ya, repair.
Dari pukul berapa tu buat benda ni, kerja ni?
Dari pukul 8 terus itu masa rehat 10 ya, nanti mulai kerja lagi 10.30, lepas itu 12 rehat
Rehat.
ya, start lagi pukul 1 ya.
Sampai habis pukul 5 lah.
Ya, pukul 5 sampai habis.
Sebenarnya 8 sampai 5
Ya.
dan rehat pukul 10 dengan 12.
Ya.
Okay.
Pukul 3 pun rehat,
Pukul 3 buat ada rehat juga.
Ya. 3.30 baru
Mulai balik.
ya, mulai balik kerja lagi.
As shown in the previous interview, the workers' working hours is 7 hours a day, from 8 in the morning to 5 in the evening, with 2 half-an-hour breaks and 1 1-hour lunch break. Step 4. Define the activities. After consulting with the construction manager, Mr. Ungku Ahmad, the current activities that being carried out by the workers are plastering, installation of metal deck, bricklayer, and concreting. Step 5. Determine the number of observations needed. As the most common confidence level is 95%, after computing into the formula of standard error of proportion equals to the square root of the product of percentage of ideal time times the percentage of working time divided by the number of observation that we have to take. The number of the observation that we have to take is 400. Step 6. Design the observation schedule. Before departure, we have already prepared the schedule for observations to be done on site. Step 7. Inform the personnel involved. We have already informed Mr. Ungku Ahmad before departing to the site visit that we are going to carry out this work sampling study in the site mentioned above and seek for his approval. F set. Record raw data. The 5 of us are in charge to take the record, where we are responsible of jotting down the working behavior of one worker each. Step 9. Collect sampling data. All of the data are collected after recording for a day. Last step. Summarize the data. All the data are summarized as follows.
In a nutshell, the project management can average the amount of productive or non-productive time spent by labor, engage in work activity, and helps identify any stress-affecting work productions. Work sampling technique is undoubtedly a clear-cut method that helps to see in a bigger picture on the utilization of time of all workers on site. That's all from us. Thank you.